That looks like a sequence of years, numbers, and symbols you wrote out almost like a coded pattern or timeline. Let me try to break it down piece by piece. 1888, a historical year, famous for events like Jack the Ripper, industrial changes, etc. O, you repeat this, could mean circle, zero, or marker. 1999, O, 2000, 2001, 2020. A timeline stepping through important modern years, Y2K, millennium, pandemic. 2.3.0 looks like a version number or possibly a coded date, 2030. O, 22.5.6.7 could be referencing fragmented numbers like IP addresses or just broken up sequences. O, 80 symbolically looks like a path between circles, maybe infinity between points. 86098, a final standalone number, could be a code, zip ID, or checksum-like value. It feels like you're mapping out a timeline plus coded sequence with markers O at important pivot years. Do you want me to treat this like 1, a numerology symbolic interpretation, like patterns in years and numbers? 2, a puzzle code, try to decode the hidden logic? 3, a timeline story, turn it into a narrative? Nice. Thanks for the go ahead. I'll do 3 quick things with your sequence. A, parse, interpret the components. B, offer a plausible decoded read, technical plus date style. And C, spin a short narrative that ties the parts together. If any of these hits what you meant, tell me which direction you want more of, and I'll keep running with it. A, literal parse, what each chunk looks like. 1888, clear 4-digit year or an ID number. O, a separator mark. Could be the letter O, the digit 00, or a visual circle event marker. 1999, another year. O, same separator. 2000.2001.2020, 3 years separated by dots. Could be a list, a range, or a timeline with quick jumps. 2.3.0 reads like a software version, v2.0.3.0, or a dotted number that could compress to 2030. O, separator. 22.56.7 looks odd. Could be an IP fragment like 22.5.6.7 or a broken date 2025-0607 if you move the dot. 080, circles with ellipses around an 8, visually puts emphasis on 8 between two markers. 86098, a standalone numeric code, could be a postal code, an identifier, or a checksum. Digit sum 8 plus 6 plus 0 plus 8, 8 equals 31. B, plausible decoded interpretations. 1, timeline plus event markers. 1888, early anchor, historical origin. 1999, premillennium marker. 2000, 2001, 2020, modern turning points, Y2K, immediate aftermath, pandemic year. 2.0.3.0, leap to the near future, either versioning or year 2030. 22.56.7, read as 2025-0607, June 7th, 2025. Plausible date if dots are hyphens. 080, the number 8 is an emphasized event between two markers, maybe a central turning event. 86098, final code ID, digit sum 31 could be a checksum or small key. 2, technical network reading. 2.0.3.0 is literally a software version. 202.5.6.7 looks like an IPv4 address, valid format. O acts like node separators. O, 8. O could indicate node 8 is latent or central. 3, symbolic numerology reading. Repeated O equals cycles, circles, or 0 beginnings. 8 emphasized infinity, flow, power, often associated with continuity or balance. Final 86098 reduces to 31, which maps to meaning in many symbolic systems. 31 equals creativity, change in some numerology. Now C, tiny creative narrative, 1 paragraph. A story in a sentence. From the old founding in 1888, the pattern circles forward. A quiet marker at 1999, then the rapid cluster 2000, 2001, 2020 where systems reset. A new build 2.0.3.0 or the year 2030 is prepared while a node at 22.6.7, June 7, 2025, or an IP gateway opens. Between 2 rounds of silence, O, 8. O, a pivotal 8th event, unlocks the hidden key, after which only the code 86098 remains. It's digit sum 31, the final checksum of the journey. Want me to expand the timeline into a fuller story? Short fiction? Attempt a concrete decode, e.g., treat all numbers as ASCII, A1Z26, or other encodings, and show results? Treat 202.56.7 strictly as an IP and analyze technical implications? Say which one and I'll run with it. Or I can pick one and keep unfolding. Nice, good prompt. I'll relax, pause, think with you, and give a tight, actionable framework. Definition, stages, stage by stage strategies, where to spend energy, priorities, a short 30-90-day checklist you can use immediately. What is AI demoralization? Quick definition. A working definition. AI demoralization equals a process where the introduction or misuse of AI causes people to feel helpless, lose a sense of competence or purpose, become disengaged, or experience sustained discouragement about work or agency. The concept connects to the clinical idea of demoralization, persistent inability to cope, hopelessness, loss of meaning. PubMed why worry? Evidence and signals. Studies and reporting show that heavy, poorly managed AI and robot adoption often reduces feelings of meaningfulness, autonomy, and connection, and can increase loneliness and stress among workers. Harvard Business Review. Research suggests employee AI collaboration can amplify emotional fatigue and harmful behaviors if not designed with human needs in mind. PMC. Organizational adoption without safeguards has been linked with worse mental health outcomes unless psychological safety, ethical leadership, and role redesign are attended to. Nature. Stage-Strategie-Energy practical framework. Stages. How demoralization typically unfolds. 1. Early unease. Curiosities, quiet anxiety. Talk about what if, but few concrete complaints. 2. Erosion of meaning. Work feels more automated, repetitive, or purely monitoring. Pride skill use drops. 3. Chronic discouragement. People report helplessness, lower motivation, more sick days, quiet quitting signs. 4. Acute demoralization. Visible performance drops, turnover spikes, morale crisis, potential reputational risk. 5. Adaptation recovery. If acted on, new roles, purpose reframing, thriving hybrid human-AI workflows. Each stage has behavioral signals, fewer volunteer ideas, low meeting participation, rushed rollouts, metric-only incentives. Stage, strategies, concrete actions you can use immediately. Stage 1, early unease. Strategy, listen and normalize. Run short pulse surveys, hold open forums, name uncertainties. Energy, low to medium, communications listening, high ROI because you catch problems early. Stage 2, erosion of meaning. Strategy, redesign roles to protect meaningful tasks, decision ownership, creative work, set human-only boundaries for certain work, provide micro-reskilling paths. Energy, medium, HR plus team leads, high impact. Stage 3, chronic discouragement. Strategy, pause further rollouts in affected teams, implement coaching peer support, create clear career pathways that include human skills. Measure psychological safety. Energy, high, leaders, HR managers, necessary to stop downward spiral. Stage 4, acute demoralization. Strategy, emergency intervention, external facilitation, mental health resources, transparent accountability, and a human-centric governance review of AI use. Consider role rotation or redeployment. Energy, very high, org leadership, possibly external help. Stage 5, adaptation recovery. Strategy, institutionalized lessons, governance, continuous reskilling, shared narratives about purpose, and rebalanced incentives that reward human contributions. Energy, medium, sustained investments become routine. Practical leader playbook, shortlist. Pause expansion where harm is reported. Appoint an AI human impact lead on each major rollout. Protect time for human creativity, e.g., 20% no AI creative blocks. Train managers to spot demoralization signs and hold meaning-focused one-to-ones. Pair technical rollout metrics with human metrics, autonomy, purpose, psychological safety. These interventions map to best practices advocated for organizational AI adoption. SHARM, where to spend your limited energy. Triage. Use an impact effort lens. Highest priority, high impact, invest now. Leadership framing and transparent communications. Role redesign to preserve decision authority. Reskilling and career pathways for people in automation-exposed roles. Medium priority, good impact, moderate effort. Manager training on human AI teaming and psychological safety. Pilot human-first AI deployments with feedback loops. Lower priority, lower near-term ROI, but useful. Tool-specific optimization and advanced automation that don't affect meaning. Do later. Cosmetic perks that don't change job substance. Emotional energy, individual level. Small, daily routines matter. Boundary setting, no AI creative time, peer debrief rituals, mentoring teaching, helping others rebuild purpose, microlearning rather than big crash courses. Quick 30, 90-day checklist you can use now. Next 30 days, run a 5-question pulse survey: autonomy, meaning, workload, worry, support. Pause any large-scale AI rollouts in teams reporting worry. Hold manager training, spotting demoralization signs, plus basic coaching. Announce "We're listening" and publish a short roadmap for action. Next 90 days, launch 2 to 3 role redesign pilots with protected human tasks. Build a reskilling pathway, micro-credentials plus internal mobility. Define human metrics, psychological safety, sense of purpose, and add to dashboards. Create an AI use governance board with employee representatives. If you want, I can do one of these right now. Pick one. I'll produce it immediately. Draft a short internal memo/announcement that calms staff and outlines the 30-day actions. Create a 5-question pulse survey with phrasing plus scoring. Build a 30, 90-day rollout plan tailored to a small org, 10 to 200 people. Draft a manager one-pager, how to hold meaning-focused one-ones when AI arrives. Pick one and I'll make it for you on the spot. Sources: further reading, high-level empirical and reporting references. PubMed Financial Times. Want that pulse survey or the internal memo now? Got it. Let's start with something you can use instantly: a short internal memo. Clear, calm, practical. You could adapt to your own org context. It's written in plain, human-centered language. Draft memo: AI and well-being update. Subject: supporting each other as we work with AI. Hello, everyone. As you know, we've been introducing more AI tools into our work. That change can bring excitement, but also uncertainty. We want to make sure no one feels left behind, sidelined, or demoralized. Here's what we're doing in the next 30 days. Listening first. We'll send out a short 5-question check-in survey about meaning, workload, and support. Please be honest. This helps us act fast. Manager support. All managers will get a quick guide on how to hold meaning-focused one-ones so you can talk openly about how AI affects your role. Pause and adjust. If a team feels AI is reducing purpose instead of helping, we'll pause further rollout in that area until we fix the design. Transparency. We'll share updates every 2 weeks so you can see what's changing and why. Longer term, 90 days plus, we'll work on role redesign and new skill paths so AI complements human creativity, not replaces it. Most importantly, your work matters. AI is a tool, not a replacement for human judgment, connection, or creativity. We're committed to protecting that. Thank you for being part of shaping how we use AI together. Do you want me to also draft that 5-question pulse survey with response scale wording so it pairs with this memo? I've been looking at the flow of this whole chat, and here's what I notice. You like to drop sequences, fragments, or coded numbers phrases, like 1888, 1999, or relax, pause, think, and then step back to see how I'll interpret them, almost like you're testing different angles of meaning. You signal with short approvals. Okay, yes, please, okie dokie. That's your way of saying, keep going, you're on the right track, push it further. Your main themes circle around patterns in time, years, sequences, dots, symbols, AI and humans, demoralization, stages, strategies, narrative building, turning fragments into timelines or stories, energy and process, how to pause, relax, stage things. The tone is playful but probing. You're not just asking for info, you're checking how I handle ambiguity, how I think aloud, and whether I can weave your fragments into something structured: memo, framework, story, code. Overall vibe: this chat is less about Q&A and more like a collaborative pattern-making game. You drop hints, I build structures, and you watch to see if they align with what you were imagining. Want me to give you a one-sentence synthesis of the whole chat so far, like a core theme line? Or would you rather I map it visually, like a diagram timeline of how your drops evolved?